The Cold War, 1947 to 1991, was a prolonged period of political, military, and ideological rivalry between the United States and its Western allies and the Soviet Union and its Eastern Bloc allies. Though it never escalated into a full-scale war between the superpowers, it profoundly shaped global geopolitics and caused proxy wars, economic competition, and a nuclear arms race. Origins of the Cold War. Post-World War II Division 1945 to 1947, Allied tensions in World War II.
During World War II, the US and the Soviet Union were allies against Nazi Germany. However, their ideological differences, capitalism versus communism, caused mistrust. The Soviet Union was suspicious of Western powers delaying the opening of a second front in Europe, while the US was wary of Stalin's authoritarianism. Yalta and Potsdam Conferences, 1945. Leaders of the Allies, Stalin, Roosevelt, Truman, and Churchill, met to decide post-war Europe. They agreed to divide Germany into 4 occupation zones, controlled by the US, UK, USSR, and France. Tensions arose as the Soviets demanded a sphere of influence in Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe and the Iron Curtain. The Soviet Union established communist governments in Eastern European countries, Poland, Hungary, Romania, etc., under its control, creating a buffer zone. Winston Churchill famously described this division as the Iron Curtain in 1946. Early Cold War, 1947 to 1953, Truman Doctrine, 1947. The US adopted a policy of containment, aimed at stopping the spread of communism. President Truman pledged support for countries resisting communist influence, starting with Greece and Turkey. Marshall Plan, 1947. The US provided $13 billion in economic aid to rebuild war-torn Europe. The Soviet Union saw this as an attempt to undermine communism and rejected the aid for its satellite states. Berlin Blockade and Airlift, 1948 to 1949. The Soviets blocked Allied access to West Berlin. In response, the US and its allies organized the Berlin Airlift, delivering supplies by air for nearly a year. This crisis deepened divisions, leading to the creation of 2 German states, West Germany, capitalist, and East Germany, communist. NATO and the Warsaw Pact. In 1949, the US and Western allies formed the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, a military alliance against Soviet aggression. In response, the Soviet Union formed the Warsaw Pact in 1955 with its Eastern Bloc allies. Nuclear arms race. The US tested the first atomic bomb in 1945, followed by the Soviet Union in 1949.